Hi, I'm Toni from Music224 and I'm here with Picurebooks at
Hi
Hard
guys.
Hotel.
Hi guys.
Would you like to introduce yourselves?
Hey, this is Finn, guitarist and singer of the Picurebooks.
Philip, drums. That was easy.
Drama. Oh, drummer, I'm sorry.
How did you enjoy your set this evening?
Awesome.
It's awesome. Yeah, we were really nervous, but no, it's good. First time out here in Wales. We played Cardiff last night, it was cool. But then, yeah, it's definitely, when you go like further north in Wales, like exactly how you expected it to be. You know, like the driving was crazy, just like these roads, like old ruggedy roads, and it's beautiful, but it's like rainy, windy, and we had a lot of floodings and stuff like that, so it's crazy.
Yeah,
But cool, yeah.
Yes, we don't have the weather with us this weekend.
No.
That's all. But, yeah, it's been said that the Picurebooks could be the beginning of a new style for a new generation.
Oh, wow.
Would you agree with that, or how would you describe your sound?
Well, first of all, take it as a compliment.
Yes.
And it's really hard for us as the artist or as this band that you mentioning in a sentence like this. It's really hard to say something to it. So I'd probably just leave it like that. But definitely would try to create a sound our own. So that kind of takes that with it, you know. We're talking about bands like Kraftwerk, and we're talking bands, well, German bands, Kraftwerk, or Can, the kraut music, or like krautrock, and these are all bands that kind of created a sound of their own to get out of Germany, because it's really hard to get out of Germany. If you're a band in Germany, you basically stay in Germany. There's bands that fucking fill up fucking stadiums, and nobody knows them in Holland, you know?
No,
like, so close to the border, nobody gives a shit about them anymore. And so we've always said we want to do this internationally. We always wanted to be something new, to create a sound our own, without being a German version of something that's already out there. Nobody needs that. Nobody needs a German Lady Gaga, or, you know what I mean? It's just not in the cards for us, so
That could be interesting.
it could be made for that. It could be made for a new sound of the new generation, but it's really hard for us to say yes, you know?
Yeah, definitely. Well, you've pretty much answered that. I was going to say, what are your influences?
Yeah.
But yeah, you pretty much answered that there as well.
Yeah, well, you know, for this album, Philip and I didn't listen to music for 2 years. We forbid each other to listen to music because we didn't want to get influenced by other bands.
That's an interesting way.
Yeah, so
it
was.
Usually it's the other way around.
Yeah, but you mean, like, you can't escape music. It's always music somewhere.
Yeah.
But so it's just like Katy Perry and stuff like that. Stuff that was on the radio.
Oh yeah, I kind of get that. Yeah.
California girls.
What do you have planned for next year?
We're going straight into the studio after this tour. Tour ends on December the 6th, right, in Poland. We're still got some dates to go. We're still going to Spain, Portugal, Poland, Czech Republic, and we're going straight into the studio. We're driving home from Poland and load out in the studio and basically just we're ready for this. You know, we're almost like waiting to just get all these influences of these like past years and past tours and of just constantly touring. So much stuff that happened. You just think, let's see what creates this. You know, what will come out of this.
That's caused a few people wondered what those are. We've had football boot studs and stuff. What do you think it is?
I don't know, to be honest. I'm kind of confused right now. What is
It's for
it?
the camera.
Oh yeah.
Just keep forgetting to take it off the table. This in your set this evening, obviously you did mention the attacks that have happened in Paris, and we did. It was absolutely fantastic to hold a minute's silence. As far as I know, you're the first band that's done that this weekend. Well, today, and I believe it is very close to home.
Yeah.
So, have you got any thoughts on that?
Well, dude, it's just I get goosebumps every time I think of this, and it's just crazy because there's shit happening all around the world every day, and like it's a lot of the comments that you see on social media that just go like that are all only about Paris. There's a lot of like people like, just so you know, so and so many people died yesterday and whatever, you know, like, and we know that. So this is crazy. It is crazy all around the world. But it's just like in this case, it was so close to home. It was like it was happening at our place. I mean, there was people involved that are our friends. Like one of our best friends was the support act of Eagles of Death Metal. So we called them. We're like, what the fuck? Where are you?
Yeah.
And they were like already with the police at that moment. It was shortly after that. And they're like a merch guy from them that we know is a friend of ours. He died. He was killed. So it's like, this is so fucking weird. And the Eagles of Death Metal, I mean, like one of our favorite bands, and like the first show we've ever had in Hollywood was with the Eagles of Death Metal. Like they came 10 minutes before the show. We were playing in Hollywood Boulevard. It's like the first show. We didn't know what to expect, you know. So there's Jesse coming in with Joey. Joey was still like the drummer back then, and they're like, "Hey, you guys mind if we join the set?" We're like, "What do you mean, like jam out? Like, because we're not doing that, you know, like blues session or something like that?" They're like, no, just like if we're gonna get our shit. Our practice room is next door. Just play. We're like, well, we're playing in 10 minutes. You better hurry up. They're like, yeah, we'll do that. And they played. They posted it, and it was a sold out show. So this is like, okay, first show in America, first show ever with this new material that we had back then. Album wasn't out, nothing. So that changed everything that night. The right people were there, stuff like that. So, long story short, we had a connection with all these people. And we played Paris last week, like 100 meters away from that place. So we're like, we watched it on the news, and everyone just like quiet for hours and just like, what is going on? And like,
very, very
we were talking about doing this minute of silence, and without any political statement behind this, but without denying that this kind of stuff happens every day on Earth. You know, and we know that, but it's just like, these are where friends and people go to concerts all the time, and this was on a concert. It could have happened today too. You know what I mean? Like, so that was just like, we're like, let's do it.
Yeah, a lot of respect for you for that, definitely. And also, Len, you've had an injury.
Yeah,
You've
right
been
before the
struggling
tour.
to guitar.
It seems so. This topic seems so small now after this. It's just like,
Yeah, the little motorcycle accident.
fuck that. It was really bad.
It was.
He was always, that's him. He's the beast. He doesn't care. He's in pain every night anyway. But like a week before this tour, he was in a, no matter what he's saying, don't listen. He was in a really bad motorcycle crash. Like, it was like 100 meters. I know you guys have a weird system here. What is it? Grandma feed? How many? I don't know. How many? Whatever. Like in metric system, it's 100 meters away from my place.
Meters is fine.
All right, there you go. 100 meters, 1,000 centimeters to be correct. Like close to my place. He wanted to come to my place, and we've just actually been here. We've played at a Chopper show in, where's that? Near. We don't know, somewhere in the UK. It was a very small place.
Milton Ernest, whatever. Yeah.
Could that be? Do you know that place? It's a small place. It's a very small place. And it was like the next day he came. He wanted to come to me, and he was in a crash. He's like, "Yeah, I just fell on my bike. Can you come over?" And we're all looking at him like, "You fell? You fucking crashed. His bike was done." And he's like still under shock, you know, like he didn't feel the pain. But then all of a sudden, like an hour later, everything started to bruise up, and like his hips, he couldn't breathe. And shit, it was crazy. But he's like, oh, all good, all good. We're like, yeah, nice 7 days, Sunday. You need to be on stage, you know that. He's like, well, I can do this. We're like, yeah, but you need to do this. And we went to a couple of therapists, like physiotherapists, and, well, the doctors all said no, but we got a very good physio, and he's into, like, action sports. He does a lot of, we're skateboarders, you know, so we knew him from back in the days. When I was still sponsored, I used to go to him, because he's the kind of guy that fixes a problem that you can still do the sport. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Doctors usually have a solution. You're out for the next 2 months. You don't need to work. Isn't that cool? But here in this case, it's not about that. It's about how do we fix this so he can still do it. And it's crazy what these people do. I mean, like, he's doing a couple tricks, and like,
yeah, he fucking killed me on the fucking banjo.
Yeah, he was screaming.
I was ready to fucking punch him in the face, and after that I was like, okay, feels kind of good. I think I can do it. Yeah.
Yeah, we went there a couple of times on this tour. He's in Berlin, and we just zigzagged through Europe on this tour. So we were, every time we were in Berlin, we visited him. What's going on here?
I don't know. Maybe I'm too fat.
Sure. You're not too fat.
Well, it didn't show.
Just have heavy bones.
Yeah. It didn't show in your performance tonight. It was very good.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Very good. So last question, going on from the bikes then. If you was a motorbike, what motorbike would you be? That's one of his questions. Blame him.
You know what? You know what? Here's the thing. Your motorbike becomes you anyway. it sounds so fucking biker Romans-ish, whatever, you know, it's so
but it's
cliche.
true.
Yeah.
But
Totally
it is,
true.
it is. You become the bike, you become the road too, you know, your road becomes your home when you're on tour, either if you're in a bus, van, car, bicycle, bike, whatever. You kind of become one with it when you spend a lot of time on it. And it's the same with that. With bikes, even you build these choppers yourself, so you know every screw on it. You know every mistake that you made. You know when the bike breaks down. Oh, shit, I knew it. I shouldn't have duct taped the fucking transmission. You know what I mean? Like that didn't work out. So it's every bike is a perfect mirror for the dude that built it. You know, when I see a bike, I know like a. I'm not talking like stock bikes. I'm talking like a custom bike.
Yeah.
And I just immediately know the dude that's going to sit on it. It's just something that when you're hanging out with these people, you just know at some point. It's kind of like skateboarding too, you know. In skateboarding, people use different. You just see the skateboard. Oh, he likes this company. He likes these trucks. He likes these wheels. So he's got to be a hip hop guy or something like that, you know.
Yeah.
And it's same with music. They use these kind of instruments. They're probably into that kind of music, you know. So it's the same with bikes.
Okay. And you keep mentioning the skateboards. Like I personally didn't know you was skateboarders. Is that
Oh, yeah.
something professionally you do? Or?
Well, this band started.
Not me.
No, this band started in a skate park. Like
Ah.
we
Yeah,
met
that's
through
true, yeah.
skating, and we got into music through skateboard videos. You know, you watch skate videos. There's Black Flag, Velvet Underground, and stuff like that. Where we got into that through skate videos,
Okay.
and that changed everything. You know, well, skateboarding is one of the biggest topics in our lives. Well, my dad used to be a professional skateboarder in the '80s. Like he's like top-notch skateboarder back then. Like till this day, like sometimes we go to when we play, like there's like people want to have stuff signed from him, and they just like
Bothering you.
they just like walk by us like, Klaus, can you sign this? It's like, oh really? Well, he's the coolest
Especially
dude
actually
ever.
right now, we sell skateboards at the merch table, and
Yeah.
everyone's
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
"Oh fuck yeah, thanks guys, love it."
No, skateboarding is a good way to, especially when you're a young kid, to get away from stuff that other kids do. You know, a lot of kids go into drugs and stuff like that. It kept me away from that. It was like, wow, cool skateboarding. I never did anything, and then it's like then I got sponsored. I kind of lost the fun of it because there was a lot of contests, and then I didn't like that. Skateboarding is fun. Skateboarding is it's a lifestyle, and I quit the sponsor and got into music, which was a good thing. But we still skate every day. But not on tour.
Not on tour, no.
There's a no skate rule on tour. We
My
both.
Yeah,
Yeah, he
Accident prone.
Again,
perhaps.
my fault. It's my fault.
he fucked up his wrist once, and then it got worse and worse on tour till we had to almost cancel a show. And I was like, giving him the face. He's like, "All right, no skating on tour."
Yeah, it's always me.
Brilliant. Well, thank you very much. For,
Thank you.
Thank you.
speaking with us.
No,
and,
thank you.
Good luck for everything next year.
Let's start with a high five.
Well, then, thank you.